My name is Chris, and I'm an avid runner. My wife and I live full-time in our Airstream, traveling North America in search of great running trails and pathways. I document both the highs and lows of these routes so that other travelers might enjoy what I call running on the road. Today's trail review is of the Amelia Island Trail, located in the northeast Florida coast just north of Jacksonville. This trail is a north-south running multi-service trail that lets you choose between the asphalt bike path or a beach run, with both soft and hard-packed sand. The trail is part of an East Coast greenway that connects several parks and parallels the A1A. The one-way distance of the trail is just over 9 miles, depending on where you want to start your run. I chose one of the many off-street parking areas for my drop-off, and each has raised walkways that lead you to the beach. My start point was at 1974 Fletcher Avenue in Fernandina Beach, Florida, and ended at a parking area off of the A1A with the address 15500 Buccaneer Trail, Jacksonville, Florida. The max elevation for this run was 44 feet or just at sea level, and it's a fairly flat run. I started on the beach when the tide was low, so I had plenty of room to run. It had a nice hard-packed surface, but there was plenty of soft sand too, if you're looking for the challenge. There are several exits over the berm, but be careful because some of these lead to subdivisions that don't lead directly to the bike path. I chose to take the Lewis Street exit to get back on the bike path. There's no markings on the beach for this exit, so you may have to use a GPS or your phone to ensure where you are on the run. Lewis Street does not have a sidewalk, but it's not a busy street, so I just ran to the left and avoided the oncoming traffic. Upon reaching the bike path, I turned left, which is a single-lane bike path heading south. For the next 4 miles on the path, you'll pass a lot of water features, a golf course, and some residential areas. There is a green space separating the path from the road, but it doesn't mask the traffic noise on the A1A. There are some passive road crossings that require some caution. Also, there's not a lot of shade, at least not mid-morning, so you may need to plan accordingly. There are some parking areas along the way that you can use for support if needed. The final push of the run starts when you pass the Amelia Island State Park and crosses the bridge over the Nassau River. There is a parking area on the north end of the bridge. You will follow a ramp up to the beginning, which starts the longest climb of the run. The path is narrow, but does have a physical barrier from the traffic. At the peak of the bridge, you have a nice view of the river inlet. But soon after the peak, the pedestrian path ends. At this point, I had to actually jump over the barrier and finish the run on the bike path. I still ran against the traffic, but had very little choice if there was an issue. After a couple hundred yards, there is a sand embankment to a sandy path down below, which leads to a passive crossing to the parking area. In summary, I'll review the checklist that features what I look for in a good running path. The running surface is both sandy beach and asphalt. You can choose to run more or less on either surface depending on the challenge you want to take. The pathway does not have mileage markers, which could make it difficult when trying to determine your pace or where to exit the beach. The beach is beautiful and the bike path has some very nice tree-lined views. The beach is far enough from the road so that all you hear are the ocean waves. But once you get back on the bike path, you are fairly close to the road with typical traffic noise. There is no support on the path to include access to bathrooms or water. There are parking areas that you can coordinate for your drop-off and pickups. And finally, the path and beach are safe and accessible during the day, but there are several passive road crossings. And the worst area is that few hundred yards on the bridge where I had to actually use the bike path to finish the run. I'll be posting more videos once a week as we travel North America. Please comment below if there's something unique that you look for in a good running trail. And I'll see you on the next Running on the Road.